Braden, I like to think that you and I have a little tradition
Yeah.
where I just surprise you with a movie I watched. Let's see if I can keep it going.
Okay.
Last night I watched the Charlie's Angels movie from the 2000s.
Okay, sure.
You want to know how it is?
I'm going to guess mostly corny and bad,
Yeah. Weird how you guess that. But
but
also very
it's
of the 2000s music choices. And I will
yeah.
say that the directing is, let's just say, frenetic.
In this economy?
With this prostate?
Yeah.
Anyway, Dawn of
All
War.
right.
As I understand it, Space Marines are very in right now.
All right. Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Let's see.
It'd be really funny if the recent update to
Broke
Anniversary Edition
broke
somehow broke
stuff.
our save.
It didn't seem like it broke the save. I'm just concerned. Don't worry. Surely
I was gonna say, is there actually any graphical difference, or is it just that they've
no,
introduced the
I think it's
DLC?
literally just if you they bundled it all together.
Ah, well, I already had it, so
Yeah.
oh well.
I apparently did not have Winter Assault.
Sometimes I get surprised with upgrade to Space Marine. Sometimes I get surprised with that Doom collection giving me new stuff, but
Yeah.
other times I already have it all.
Okay. We're off to a bad start.
What has happened?
Uh, every few seconds, I get a thing called a thing. It says I am logged in but disconnected from Steam,
Oh, nice.
and every single time I log back into, I click the button to log back in. It says a sign in changes. Yeah.
So Drew Barrymore, she plays the badass.
Uh huh.
And Cameron Diaz, she plays like the ugly duckling who's hot now but doesn't
Wait.
understand it.
Okay.
And then Lucy Liu's the really smart one.
Lucy Liu's the Asian.
Oh, I mean, that's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Gotta love, gotta love positive stereotypes too.
Yeah. No, girl power. How many nut
God,
shots occurred?
not as many, not
That
many.
is feminism.
Yeah, that era, I guess.
But are you going to watch Charlie's Angels Full Throttle?
I didn't realize there was a sequel.
Yeah, there is. They made two of them, motherfucker.
I might. I don't know. There was
And
that one
then
month where I just watched like a dozen Mel Gibson movies.
and then you can watch the failed reboot from a couple years ago
There was another one,
with Kristen Stewart
and nobody else.
and other people. I'm pretty sure, but I just remember Kristen Stewart being in it.
Who would she be? Would she be the badass?
I
Because
mean,
she's
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 dark
the
and edgy.
badass because she's got that lesbian energy, and also, uh, okay,
Naomi Scott and Ella something. That's a very small thumbnail.
okay. I'm going to
I don't
try
recognize any
launching
of those.
regular Dawn of War 2
Mm-hmm.
and not Chaos Rising, and we're going
Okay,
to
so
see.
should I go to regular Dawn of
No,
War?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
And we're going to
What's the batting
see.
average
We're
for
going
hot
to
action
see if.
girls?
Oh, it's literally the same exe. Okay.
Lone Life. Buffy was good for a while, and then they killed her, and the show should have ended.
A show not ending.
They literally brought her back from the dead immediately. Like, oh, okay, well,
Okay. Yeah, no.
but no, it's Xena.
The video
Are we
game
incapable of
refuses to
doing
work.
this? Really?
I cannot. Okay. Every single time I press the campaign button, I get
And I can't load up your save.
a sign in. Nope.
Okay, what if I go through the process? We were pretty early into it.
No, we were pretty far into it. Oh,
Into-
you mean the expansion? Okay, no, I'm going to reinstall this video game.
Okay.
Because it is 6 gigs, which is basically 0.
So Sam Rockwell's in it too. He plays the villain.
Uh-huh. Of course he does.
Sam Rockwell's done very good acting work.
Yeah.
That's not an example of it though.
Sam Rockwell is a character actor who I love to see in stuff.
And Bill Murray is doing his like later Bill Murray stuff where you're like, yeah, I remember when you did funny movies.
Yeah.
I guess you can still be funny.
You
Occasionally.
ever seen Scrooged?
I don't think I have.
It's pretty good.
Remember The Man Who Knew Too Little? That's a
Pretty good.
movie.
But of course, as we all know, the real classic of his 90s work is What About Bob?
Yeah, what I was about to say. What about Bob?
Where it's my
Eat your heart out,
favorite
Dreyfus.
genre of comedy where okay, we might have fixed it. I might have fixed this stupid fucking thing. I had to
Okay.
I had to whitelist it on my firewall for some reason.
Is your favorite genre of comedy
Annoying
incredibly
Man?
uncomfortable?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, what was that Sinbad movie?
my favorite
House Guest?
Yeah, my favorite genre of comedy in
Literally any Medea film.
yeah, Tyler, well,
I know
what's
you
it?
love him.
Okay,
He
nope.
plays a real loud and proud black lady.
Tyler
I
Perry
know
movies are
somebody
not
kinda
for
like
us.
that. No, I guess not.
Okay, no, it's not working. I hate everything.
Okay, well,
I hate America. I hate freedom. I hate that my parents were like, "You missed such a beautiful day today," when I went upstairs to refill my water.
hmm
I don't hate
Okay.
the new dog. She's fine.
did we just?
No, it's fine.
okay.
They'll fix it. They'll fix it.
They'll fix
it'll-
it. What do we do in the meantime?
Oh, okay. I have something we can do as a backup, or I can liberate Bolivia, but I don't want to deny us.
Them to play the Division 2.
Ugh, ew.
Hmm.
Listen. I'll play the Division 2. I won't
That
be
Rot
happy
Shield's real
about it,
good.
but I'll play it.
He's run up on people with the shield.
Yeah, my
Flat.
flamethrower turret. I throw it out there, and
Oh, you'll be happy. It's Clance. I bet you'll love
Yeah.
Clance.
I mean, the part I like about Wildlands and Breakpoint is that the enemies go down in a few shots.
I mean, the fodder enemies in Division 2.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a guy wearing like 40,000 flak jackets.
Yeah. That
What's
you
the
have to
problem with
strip
that?
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have a backup?
I have a
I really
backup.
hope they fix this. That's frustrating.
Yes, I'm annoyed by that. And I'm going to assume it's. I could also just restart my computer and see if that fixes it, but I don't know.
That's too much work.
That's too much work. All right. So
What is your backup?
I'm loading up the BattleNet app.
Is this you gonna do some Age of Mythology stuff or?
Oh, I could do Age of Mythology. I was
Or were you
going
thinking
to
let's
load
start
up
Warcraft 3?
Warcraft 3, but yeah, we can play some Age of Mythology. That's less upsetting.
You don't seem as upset when you lose AoE. You seem like you're happy in this situation, even when you lose.
I lose a lot. That's why. There's a certain level of acceptance to playing Age of Mythology online.
All right. Well, Dawn of War 2, we will get back to you as soon as they fix everything.
Yeah, we'll try it next week, and I'll attempt to try it in the interim.
Yeah, right. Because even if I made a new one, I wouldn't have our leftover stuff from the importing. That's boy, how'd they fuck that up?
I might.
So you see also bad kung fu stuff like the Matrix was also in vogue.
Yes.
So they do things like they jump in the air and they kick off a wall.
Yeah.
And things slow down a bit.
Yeah. All right.
But Drew Barrymore, she's
Drew
very
Barrymore
funny
should not be the badass. Cameron Diaz should be the badass.
Should any of those ladies be the badass? I don't know if any of them have ever played one.
What are you talking about? Cameron Diaz played Fiona in Shrek.
Okay.
All right. Do we want to goof around with the campaign, or do you want to just see me get fucking worked?
Let's start the campaign.
All right.
Why not? Besides, the human campaign's the easy one that I don't think you're going to have any trouble with whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to have trouble until the very first level of the Undead campaign, which I think you will lose at once.
You wanted to see Warcraft.
Yeah.
Not Age of Mythology.
Oh, you said campaign, so I just thought
Yeah.
Does Age of Mythology have a campaign?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then whatever you have up. Whatever you have up. I don't care.
All right.
It's all good. We were supposed to Space Marine, now we're not going to.
Yep. I'm sad. I'm upset.
Welcome to your first adventure in
I love
Age
this
of
loading screen
Mythology
message.
Retold.
Tutorial, learn the
Our
basics.
hero,
Great.
Arkantos, sent a scouting party to find the warlord Theris, but enemy forces have cornered his men.
Should I play this?
We must
Yes.
rescue them.
Okay.
This is a
Ask
very
your
good
answers.
remaster. I mean, it depends on how you... Age of Mythology is Age of
Start
Empires 2
by
with
moving
myth
Arkantos
units.
to the checkpoint.
I think I have...
Selected
I mean, I
units
like
will
Yuri
appear
units.
here.
I believe I have all of these Age of Mythology
Moving
remasters.
into the black area
Yeah,
reveals
Age of
unexplored regions.
Age of
The
Empires
mini-map
Definitive, Age of
shows
Empires
what
2
to explore
Definitive, 3
and
Definitive,
where
4
your
Definitive.
screen is.
Okay.
I should play these at some point. I played them as a kid, or going to.
Age of Mythology 2 is still fucking great. Or Age
Yeah, I
of
never
Empires
played
2.
this.
Yeah.
Defeated.
My friend had it, and he talked it up a lot, but I think by the time I learned about it, Warcraft 3 existed, and
Heroes like
therefore all
Arkantos
other
can easily defeat myth
RTSs
units,
ceased to be.
such as the Minotaur.
Volume.
I don't know Arkantos.
Esto.
Yeah, Arkantos is,
Adesto.
I know quite a bit
Jason
about
and Heracles have come to help
Greek mythology.
Arkantos rescue his men.
Arkantos is the
Arkantos?
OC for this campaign.
No,
Now,
of course.
move your
Our
units
Blood
to the
Ravens.
next checkpoint.
Yeah, he's the Blood Ravens.
This is Gabriel Angelos.
Yeah.
Gabriel
Look out!
Angelos.
A manticore watches the road from the
Arkantos.
cliffs.
That's a good space marine name, honestly.
Yeah.
Arkantos Dodronus.
Your heroes can only attack what they can reach. But
a
Zeus has
manticore.
blessed you with his god power, Bolt.
Oh.
It fucked you up. All those men are dead.
So,
Many gods
Age of
in
Mythology is basically Age of
each with
Empires
their
2,
own
but
unique
with
god powers.
mythology.
Yeah.
And, you know, the factions actually play differently.
This scouting
But
party
no, that one plays
Send your
differently because
heroes
they
to
have really good
attack
crossbowmen,
next
and
to your
that's
units.
it.
I mean, yes, that matters because I'm a sick man and
My
I
favorite faction has the car.
just play as the Turks and build a bunch of Janissaries. Actually,
Janissaries, not Janissaries. Pocahontas heavies.
I don't know how to.
Well done.
What part of
You
the world
have
was that
rescued
from?
your men.
Turkey.
Arkantos' army has found Theris'
Pro-
base.
probably hard.
Travel up the road to join forces.
Oh, it's Athena. Where's Kratos?
Yeah.
Theris' base is just
My
ahead.
favorite Greek
Defeat the
mythology
soldiers
character.
guarding the gates.
Yeah.
Is that just a dinosaur?
It's a Hydra.
Is
More,
it?
if once it kills units, it grows heads.
Okay.
It becomes more effective.
I say. Doesn't look like. What's the defining feature of a Hydra? Oh, there it is.
The gods have blessed you with Meteor. This destructive god power causes flaming meteors
go back to
fall
Loria.
from the sky.
I got most of the way through that human campaign. That game doesn't fuck around though. It's the enemy AI.
What, you're telling me a weird indie RTS made in Eastern Europe?
Well, it's not that like the AI is
Behold
bad.
the
It's
power
just
of the
that I'm
gods.
pretty sure they have infinite
The enemy
resources.
base is in shambles. Now
Oh,
raise it
God.
to the ground.
I think Brooks flips.
Their physics in this
That
game.
was great. But yeah, no, that's the frustrating thing about Loria. It feels like whenever you're trying to destroy an enemy town, they can just infinitely keep bringing out units,
Oh.
infinitely keep having peons
So
spawn and
it's
try
one
to
of
build-
those
Yeah,
where like they just give the AI a bunch of cheats.
yeah, which I just don't think it's
Excellent
necessary.
work. This
They don't let
base
you
will
make too
trouble
big of an
you no
argument
more.
to begin with in that
All
game,
right.
so you'd have to be tactical.
Did Varys manage to escape? To find out, continue Arkantos' journey in the Fall of the Trident campaign.
Thank you. Video game.
Wait, does it literally just... It's just an ad for its campaign in the tutorial? That's great. Hey, Mika. I was gonna say, is that better or worse than the beginning of KOTOR 2 starting off with an ad for KOTOR 2?
Yeah.
Remember that? It literally just shows a
Vaguely.
player in the,
Oh, yeah.
the splash screens.
Well, I assume that's because they didn't have enough time to do.
Any kind of like big cinematic or something.
Yeah.
But why? It's like, no, I bought the game.
Yeah.
Why you give me this trailer?
All right. I bet I could beat this campaign on moderate. Probably not
But what
on
if
a
you
higher.
played on hard?
I could play it on hard. I could play it on Titan.
You don't
play
have
it
to.
on.
You can do what you want.
Yeah. So
This is side game.
this game has similar energy to Warcraft 3, where they were trying some stuff with scripted
That
events
looked like
in
Varys.
their.
It has been a long time since you sent him to the underworld, Arkantos. Fighting old battles again?
Yes. Old enemies.
You just stabbed that guy
I
once
still
and he's
see
dead.
them here.
You have won more battles
That's what you like about
Atlantis than
Wildlands,
can
right?
be counted. Faced
Yeah.
opponents
Low time to
no
kill?
other man
Yeah.
dared fight.
That was long ago. Today, Atlantis' enemies live only in my dreams. I face feeble pirates now.
Is that
Yeah, I'm
what
like
you
50
believe,
hours into
Atlantean?
an Assassin's Creed
Atlantis
Odyssey
still has
playthrough. I don't know
enemies,
if I'm ever
and
actually
you
going
are
to beat
still
that
the
game.
one who will
No.
face
I haven't
them.
tried to for like a
Any who
year.
threaten my home or my family will soon have a place in my dreams.
It's like 100 hours
These
of
are
the
enemies
same
unlike the
live
others,
activities.
Arkantos. Do not let your guard down.
But it's
Dark
good.
times are coming.
So yeah,
and you are needed.
Arkantos. He's.
Arkantos.
What if I told you that this campaign
Awaken.
brings us
Admiral,
through all
sir.
three
Yes?
factions
land
from the
on the
base
horizon.
game?
We should reach
Nice.
Atlantis soon.
Excellent.
I like
It will
that.
be
Let
good
me
to
play
see my
everything.
son Castor again.
Oh, he was streaming.
Yeah.
I would like to remind myself that in all these boats, there's like several dozen men down there just toiling constantly.
Ah, Atlantis. So yeah, they were trying similar stuff to Warcraft
Cannot
3
ignore the
in
omens,
this game.
Arkantos.
Yeah,
Lord
when did this
Poseidon's
come out? Like a
displeasure
year
is
after?
clear.
It was
Oh,
2004?
two. So same
Oh,
year.
Troy.
Same year,
Troops we
okay.
send now will be lucky to arrive
That actually
before
makes
the
this
fight
cooler.
is
It
over.
wasn't them just
Even
like
if
trying
they
to copy
do,
it.
their
They,
No.
only
they
task
had
will be
the
to show the banner of
same idea.
Atlantis, not a task for an admiral.
It would shame Agamemnon if we sent one of your junior officers. He already complains that we do not pay enough attention to the Greek colonies. No, it must be
Agamemnon,
you.
I know that person.
What? Nay. Master, stay here.
The Kraken.
Okay, but when does Arcantos kill every
Yeah,
single person in the
Roche,
city
The Atlantean army
so
is
that
on
other
the way.
people can't kill him
Defend
instead?
the harbor until they arrive.
Begin his trek
Arcantos is
down
a
into
hero,
darkness.
and very effective at killing myth units, such as the Kraken.
You know, for all the jokes about calling a Stratholm, it's
Well done.
does a pretty good
but
bit
we should prepare
back in the day.
ourselves for more attacks. Prostagma? Ne. Esto? Ne.
Remember, additional Toxote can be trained at the archery range.
I was gonna say, do you
These
know what
excel
else they
against enemy
changed in that
infantry.
remake of Warcraft 3?
So I believe it's still built on the original game.
Like, I meant like the narrative changes.
I don't know if they actually implemented those narrative changes or not.
Βούλομαι. Ορθώς.
Because remember that they a lot of that stuff just got
A landing party.
cut out for
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Budget.
looking into it now. Apart from some like visual design stuff that's changed over the years, it seems like they backpedaled on all that stuff. and
yeah,
just made
because
it
that
up.
would have required more effort than they had resources to do.
Easily.
Yeah, no, if only
Good.
Blizzard was a
Black
larger
sails.
company with resources
Yeah,
towards the creation of their games.
Roche,
yeah.
Hoplites are infantry trained at the military academy. Use them to protect your
So how big are
vulnerable
like the army
Toxote.
side? You said it's just AoE 2, right?
It's
So-
AoE 2, so big.
Okay, wow. Huh.
Several villagers are working in town. west of the
It's
harbor.
not as big as AoE 2
If
in
you
the
are
sense
running
that
out
like,
of a
hey,
particular
guess what? Some
resource,
units
you
will
should
take up
consider
more
retasking them
population.
to gather it.
Sure.
So a hoplite takes up 2 population instead of 1. And some of the
Well,
myth
a lot
units take
larger
up to
than-
4.
Warcraft 3's, you make
Yes.
a party 12 people
Yeah,
strong.
And, formations.
Another Kraken approaches. Poseidon's
I
wrath
like a
is
good
clear.
wedge.
They made Poseidon got mad at us. Maybe.
That's guaranteed to happen.
Carlos.
He's capricious.
Yeah, Greek gods.
I mean, especially the one of the sea.
Yeah. And earthquakes, and also horses.
Also horses. Let's get all these Kraken.
Good work, but keep your eyes open.
Yeah, Poseidon's not mad at you. You're doing something wrong. You're not.
Use the
You're throwing
restoration
too many
god power to
children
heal your units
into-
and mend your buildings.
To the sacrifice pit.
Yeah.
Get
Now you're
those
throwing
Metropoli
not
up
enough
here.
children into the sacrifice pit.
Yeah.
Another Kraken headed for the shore.
Etymos.
Λέγε βούλομαι. Ισμάχη.
So while we keep going through this early
Yeah.
kind of tutorialist stuff, I tried Citizen Sleeper last night.
Yeah.
What if I were to tell you that I don't think that the Blades in the Dark system, which it basically is, it's something like in between Blades and Apocalypse World, is any good in the video game?
I would say that's one of the reasons why I haven't played that game.
It's a plate spinning game with light visual novel elements,
Πρόσταγμα.
but there's just a lot of like readability stuff and
Excellent. Get ready,
information
everyone.
I
This
feel
isn't
like I
over
should
yet.
have. They don't give you,
Etymos.
and I get the impression based off of how obtuse
Consider
they are in certain
upgrading
ways that they
the
kind of
weapons and
expect you
armor
to
of
play
your
it,
units at the
fail,
armory.
and have to restart and try it again over and over again. Which I'm good.
See, if I was playing multiplayer, it would just be me turning on villager auto queue and getting hundreds of villagers.
Λέγε ορθώς. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι.
Is that a good move?
Black
Yes.
sails. Pirates.
So in this
That's
game,
Prime
the hard
Econ?
cap for villagers is 100.
villagers are a separate population from.
Nope.
Easily.
But if you want to be constantly pumping out guys,
It's less about having a giant army, more about having constant stream.
yes, econ.
Okay.
The pirates
Econ.
won't take Atlantis this way. What are they
I
thinking?
don't think it was overwritten, Lum. In fact, I think I would have preferred more writing. I think those were the parts of the game it was best, but yeah, I don't know. There were multiple points where I realized I did something that was mutually exclusive with what I actually wanted to do, and because that entire game is about trying to complete quests to get upgrade points, because otherwise you're never going to be able to actually keep spinning those plates. There was just multiple points where it's like, oh, I just wasted the last like 6 days of effort. Great.
Yep, because the dice rolls didn't go your way.
Well, partially that, and partially because, like I said, I was like, okay, well, there's two things I can do here. There's absolutely no information that indicates that doing one will prevent you from doing the other. And I'm good at both of these things, so I guess I'll try to get both of them done. I finished one of them first, and then it cut me off from the one that mattered more. Which
Yeah.
then meant all the work I'd done towards pushing that particular storyline thing was now shot. Like I said, I think there's a certain amount of almost like run-based mentality to it, even if it isn't explicitly that. And at least for the time being, I'm still not really into run-based stuff. Maybe again at some point.
I had my Dead Cells kick
Yeah, it's a good game.
recently, and yeah, I like that. I just think that game punishes you so harshly.
Did you get the new game plus plus? They introduced all the invisible units and went, okay.
Oh no, the invisible
done.
units are already in
Poro.
boss cell difficulty 1.
Poro.
Oh,
Easily.
that must be new. Yeah, Lom, I played a machinist, which now, in retrospect, I think is easy mode because the character select puts you on the middle one first, you go to the left, it's a machinist, you go to the right, that's something else. But machinist seems like it's probably broken because you can just keep getting random items, some of which you can use to bypass entire mechanics of the game.
Storm god power to
But I just don't want to have to repeat that game as many times as it takes to figure out how to
The black sails are fleeing. It will take more than pirates to overrun Atlantis.
Yeah, Atlantis won't fall. It's a pretty good. Unfortunately, in multiplayer, I've basically just stuck with Greeks because they're the vanilla default faction.
Yeah, I know. I've watched my big fat Greek wedding.
Yeah. No,
I
they're
understand.
they're Age of Empires 2, basically.
Another message
They
from
have
Poseidon
their
Arcantos.
economy
It's
works the
know
same
that.
way.
Pirates.
Father, they stole the trident.
What?
Yes, it was stolen during the fighting.
They stole the trident.
Kamos.
There could not be a clearer sign, Arcantos. We are losing Poseidon's favor. We must act.
I will go to Troy as you ask. I'm going to get that trident back on the way. Zethos, take supplies aboard and get the men together. We're setting sail.
Can I come?
No, I need you here in case they come back. Don't worry, this errand will not take long.
Sorry, I was busy learning about a Green Day tour.
Oh, good.
Perhaps
You know that
setting out on
classic
this
rock group,
errand really was
Green
all
Day?
that was
Yeah.
needed to appease
Yeah, they're
Poseidon.
classic rock at this point.
sails, port side.
And he leads us to Kamos, too. Archers, ready your bows. Prepare to come about. They're going to pay for insulting
Those helmets look so
Poseidon
uncomfortable.
and Atlantis.
Πρόσταγμα.
To defeat Kamos, you will need to build up and advance to the classical age.
I remember the Greek
Villagers
campaign of Age
gather
of
the
Empires, or not
resources
Age of
you need,
Empires, but Empire
create
Earth.
units,
That's what I was thinking.
construct buildings, and research technologies.
So they just keep spawning bullshit.
To
Yep.
gather resources faster,
Just cheating
you must
left
train
and right.
more villagers.
That's what I like. I like things that feel unfair.
Έτοιμος.
Yeah.
Etymos.
You have fallen for Hellenistic propaganda.
Yeah. Listen, I try to play as the Atlanteans, who are
Πρόσταγμα.
their villagers are like Age of Empires 3,
Leger.
where they don't need to bring them back to a
To a resource collection place?
Yeah.
Okay. Just, they get them and they're there?
Yeah,
Is it
so
like
they're-
a wisp just cycling on a
little
tree?
bit. No, it's just a guy with a mule cart.
Your villagers must build houses to support your growing population.
Πρόσεχε, ναι.
Don't tell me what to do, video game.
Τέκτον.
Your villagers must build houses.
Oh, right. Villager priority. This is unsurprisingly disabled in ranked mode. But
This
is
just
something...
tells them like what to go do?
Yeah, so you can auto-assign villagers to like prioritize one kind of resource over another. This was something that was in the Xbox version of Age of Empires 2.
Sure. A little less micro on a controller.
Yeah,
Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
and I think it's a really
Tecton.
smart...
Τέκτον. Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
Yeah, if you need to adjust later on, that's fine, but like there's a certain element of just like busy work that I am totally okay with them just moving past.
All right.
Is that a dolphin?
No, it's a hippocampus.
Έτοιμος.
It's a seahorse.
Πρόσταγμα.
Poseidon
Λέγε.
loves those, I hear.
Yeah.
Πρόσεχε.
That's very silly.
Πρόσταγμα. Βρυτόμος.
So in Wasteland 3,
Πρόσταγμα.
Yes.
see
how's
Drew
that
Barrymore,
going?
she's the no. Sorry,
How's that
I'm
going?
just get Charlie's Angels on the brain. or something.
Πρόσεχε.
That
I
classic
Advance to
cinema
the next
marvel.
age and create deadly
I
mutants. You
did
must
the
build a
initial like
temple.
stop the Dorseys, get them out of the city,
Yeah.
like stuff. And there's a good bit at the end where you discover like there's a bunch of like youths. They're literally called youths
Yeah.
surrendering, and then they reveal that they actually assisted and that the attack
Excellent.
happened because they helped the bandits. And then so I let one of my companions
Etimos.
kill their leader, her ex-boyfriend, or she shot him, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just kill you now. And so the rest are like, they're gonna kill us all. And so then my
Λέγε,
group just
βούλομαι.
murdered a bunch of
Τέκτον.
things.
Τέκτον.
Yeah.
It's just really fucked up. But
Τέκτον.
That's how... Listen, the kids, no respect.
listen, kids in the AZ know better than these kids up in northern Colorado. I'm saying that game might be a little fucked up.
Yeah. You might have to make some bad choices.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't come to bite me in the butt later, but I'm enjoying playing. Like when I played Wasteland 2, I was definitely more of a goody
Well
two
done.
shoes, and I'm kind of enjoying
Now,
just being
select
a.
your
Well, I can't literally carries a hammer, and so
Command
I just
center
see
and
every problem
advance
as an
to the
L at this
classical
point.
age.
That's a fun way to play. Wait, what?
You can
Select
choose
a
a
classical
preset
age
in
minor
the
god?
villager priorities menu
Yeah.
to
So
automatically
whenever you,
distribute your villagers
rank up-
between resources.
You go up in age, you pick one of two gods based on...
And that gives you bonuses or
Yeah,
unique
it's your
buildings,
tech
or-
tree.
Oh, weird.
So...
What's the
Uh,
difference between Hermes and the other one?
So if you pick Poseidon as your major god, when you go up to tier 2, you get to pick between Hermes and Ares. And Hermes benefits cavalry and scouts, and has sure. And Ares benefits foot soldiers, so infantry and
Πρόσταγμα.
You need powers
archers.
out of that, or what?
And so yeah, there's some fun mutual
The
exclusivity.
Kataskopos is a fast, capable scout.
What's the
Use him
meta?
to quickly explore
Is
the
Hermes
map
meta?
to find resources and enemies.
I mean,
You will need more
Hermes, you get
soldiers to
centaurs
defeat
who are
Kamos.
horse archers.
Construct a military
Seems
academy and an archery range to create them.
Which,
Micro heavy,
you know,
but
Λέγε. Βρυτόμος.
going to say
Πρόσταγμα. Βρυτόμος.
Έτοιμος.
oh, and the way the Greeks gain favor is just by assigning villagers
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλουμε.
a temple?
to a temple.
It's like, yeah, get it down, I'll do something. It's like, oh, they literally just sit there and bow to it.
Build
That's
walls
great.
Yeah.
and towers to fortify your base against enemy attacks. Once upgraded, towers
I would have thought
fire
they just had
arrows
them
at
go
enemies.
inside, so they're not actually like
Modest.
animating or whatever. But it's much better that they are.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα.
So anyway,
Bro,
Charlie is a
Mom.
reclusive millionaire that wants to make the world a better place, but instead of donating money to things that matter, instead just has 3 super agent ladies
Πρόσεχε.
beat up people.
Πανί.
Yeah, that's how we created social progress in the 1960s.
Έτοιμοι.
And then also he's Drew Barrymore's father, but I
Okay.
guess didn't raise her.
Sure.
But she's okay with that because now he's on the other end of the telephone with her.
I assume that was something.
It was free on YouTube. That's why I watched it. I was
Okay.
like, oh, sure. It's such a bafflingly shot thing, though. There's just weird occasional like quick cuts between the 3 girls just like laughing hysterically, and like then he's just a shot of Cameron Diaz's ass.
Objectification of women?
It's just super weird. Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, also,
Προσεχές.
having like the worst representation of like faux feminism. It's very good.
Έτοιμος.
Everybody should watch
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι.
the 2000s Charlie's Angels movie, which I guess there's 2.
Yep,
Oh,
they made
boy.
another one in 04.
God, I mean the game was so successful they had to make another one. God, that video game is something else.
Yep. Yep.
He beat
Λέγε.
you to the punch. Times when you let Joku beat you to the punch. Now you can't. You legally
Now
cannot play
now
that
I'm
game.
safe.
Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
God, I have to relearn these games completely. It's been so long since I played anything.
Yep.
I think I last played Age of Empires 2, like maybe briefly in high school. Bad licensed movie games, yes. That'd be the wheel of.
The wheel of me
Questionable.
getting very angry.
That's all of them.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
That's most of them.
Βούλομαι.
I guess the base wheel you don't get
Τέκτον.
angry at.
Τέκτον.
Λέγε. Έσπης καλός.
So Wanted Dead is next.
Yep. Yep.
Have you played that at all, or have you just installed it and it's ready to go for?
It's on it. I have owned it for a while.
How do you feel about Stephanie Houston?
I'm indifferent.
How do you feel about overly elaborate animations that clearly
Έτοιμος.
all the budget went towards at the expense of everything else?
I would say, yeah, that checks out.
I also want to say it's way too long. Wanted Dead. How long to beat? No, it's shorter than I thought. I think maybe... Oh, no, you know, it probably was just a case of Joku playing that game at like 3 in the morning his time every time.
What? I have no
Yeah, he's never
cited
done that
examples
before.
of Joku playing a game way
At the
too
worst
late at
possible
night
way.
and just immediately being in a state.
That's what we love about it.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμος. Τέκτον, τέκτον, τέκτον.
So Reki started playing Trails of Cold Steel.
Yep.
Τέκτον, τέκτον.
I'm yeah. I'm sure he'll have a lot of fun.
Έτοιμος.
I was vaguely positive on that first one. Like a lot of eye rolling, but vaguely positive. I'm curious about when he gets to the second one. Unfortunately, that's like 90 hours of
Μάλιστα.
middling JRPG until then.
Μάλιστα. Έστω.
I just want somebody else who really knows.
Don't worry, at some point I'll play all 5,000 of those games.
I know at some point you'll definitely put in several hundred hours to catch up to me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be like, yeah, Daybreak is the best one.
People like Daybreak.
Μάλιστα.
Although, how much of that is it's actually a good game, and how much of that is people coming up from like getting air for the first time in years
I don't know.
from the Cold Steel games? Oh, you're gonna come away and go with like I don't know what you're talking about. Green's great.
Yeah.
What do you-
Yeah.
He's such a well-written character. All
Yeah,
these characters. They're
you
so
know how
well-written.
much I love Reen. I'm never not talking about how much I love my boy Reen.
Oh, Reen's back in the new Trails game. Great. Of
Έτοιμη.
course.
Λέγε.
Oh, wait, Daybreak 2 is already...
Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
Everybody loves their favorite
Daybreak
child
2 is
soldier.
already out?
Με τα λες.
What?
They're pumping
When
those up
did
pretty
Daybreak
quickly.
1 come out here?
Βούλομαι.
I have no idea. But those things are always done way in advance in Japan, right?
Oh yeah, no.
It might
Daybreak
just
2
be that
came out in
Nice's,
Japan a while ago.
I think Nice's pipeline is probably just a lot better at this point.
I bet that localization team just will never run out of work.
No, why would they? What is this? Farewell to Zemuri, they're gonna leave to a new continent. Gotta love all
Oh,
the original
Daybreak
stuff.
3 comes out in Japan.
Sure.
Sure.
I thought this was only supposed to be a 2-part series.
Or, well, technically, maybe it's like Cold Steel and Trails into Reverie.
Oh, that's why Reen's coming back. We gotta have another campaign as Reen if it's only part of a game.
Yeah.
Everybody
I mean,
loves
he
Reen.
only got 1/3 of Reverie.
Βούλομαι.
He only had 4 and 1/3 games.
Yeah.
How many of his students is he fucking now? God.
Listen,
What a-
Reen...
What a grossly written thing.
Έτοιμος.
And it only gets worse, it seems.
Anyway.
Πρόσεχε.
Teachers shouldn't fuck their student.
Εις
I
μάχη.
know, it's out there.
A
It's out there, I know.
controversial
My personal
take
thought.
from DG Relkin. Assuming
kids
he was
alone?
at a Libertarian Party conference.
Just leave the kids alone. Oh, right in there. There's already East 10. I'm so far behind.
Yep, East 10. East 10 comes out this year. In,
I'll play East 8 sometime. Sometime somewhat soon. Actually, I think I am going to actually catch up with the franchise soon, though. After I finish up all the Doom stuff, and I am like 6 or 7 levels into Plutoni at this point,
yeah.
I am gonna finally get around to. I'm gonna do a replay of 2016, and I'm gonna finally play Doom Eternal and all of its stuff.
Another time, Arcantos!
Everybody likes the Marauders, from what I understand. The Minotaur's an eye patch.
He has a... Oh, sick!
And shaved arms?
He's
At least
riding...
one of Poseidon's children still favors our enemies. Load the trident
He's
aboard the transport.
a dinosaur?
We'll
What's
send it back
happening?
to Atlantis
He,
immediately.
rode a sea monster away. Alright,
Can
I'm
we
gonna
be
bump
that
it
guy
up
and
and
not
see how...
Arcantos?
No, I'm not gonna bump it up.
Yeah, you bump it up and then you stop moving forward.
No, I'm gonna bump it up. It'll
Yeah,
be fine.
do it. I was gonna say they should put another Xanadu game.
Yeah. Well, they did that re-release of Tokyo Xanadu where they added stuff.
That's the one I played. There was
Yeah.
a whole little epilogue campaign. It's too long.
Arcantos, by the gods.
Tokyo Xanadu could have cut off like 40 hours and it would still have been a little too long.
for me.
Gracious words, King Agamemnon. And look at this. Ajax, I'm surprised to
I
see
also like
you
how many
still drawing
ads
breath.
there are for
These
the next
Trojan
Cold
dogs
Steel
keep
game.
trying, my friend.
in that game.
Good to see you again.
Anyway,
who
who
did
wants
you
to
upset
sack
to get
Troy?
sent so far from home?
Well,
I've
someone
heard about
had to
Troy.
come and help you put an end to this.
Ajax!
Helen is held behind their walls.
All these people
and
I've
we've
read
had
about.
little luck breaking through.
We are about to change that.
And then
You have
Arcantos.
arrived in time
Yeah.
for our final push, Arcantos.
Sora,
Get your men
Donald,
ashore. You can take your
Arcantos.
camp to the east, but be careful. The Trojans have some scouts in that area. When you are done, we will start preparations for our assault.
Alright. Oh,
Prosheshe,
this is gonna be one of these maps, huh?
Prostagma. Pani.
Oh, you start with all units?
Oh wait, no. Okay. Seems like...
Nay.
Okay, they'll give you a town.
Pesto.
They're just gonna be like, alright, here's how you claim settlement.
Pani.
Because,
I was gonna say, when is your first siege mission in Warcraft 3?
Etimos. Malista.
Because, you know, one of the...
Pani.
One of the changes from this, from Age of
Volume.
Empires 2, is that in Age of Empires 2, one of the viable winning strategies in that game is to get up to the castle age as soon as possible and park a castle right next to your enemy's base.
Nay.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. Town center
Wait,
and castle rushing.
Here's a question. When you're creating a place, does it start with 0 life or does it start with half?
It starts with 0 life.
Okay, well then how do you actually build it?
You
Is it like
build
you
it
just
outside of their
basically-
line of sight. So if they're not scouting,
Oh, so then you just have a big command center near their town?
and then you have a big castle near their town, which is impossible to take down except with siege weapons.
Ah, okay.
Those ships are coming from the Trojan harbors.
So has learning the multiplayer
Those
meta
harbors are
made
supplying
that
the
made the
city.
campaign
We
a better
must
experience
destroy
or a
them.
more boring one?
It's fine.
Pani. Nay. Pesto.
Alright, but what if instead of weird Greek mythology creatures, you had camels that just farted?
Uh-huh. And it was like weirdly racist.
Hello.
Well, I mean, that comes part and parcel
Yeah.
with the fart joke.
Yeah.
Tokyo Xanadu 2 is their next game, apparently.
Okay.
Okay, called it.
Yeah, that's why they did that re-release on Switch. That added shit.
Λέγε εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα.
Oh, an even more
This
recent
year.
one than the one I
Yes.
played? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought Plus was the more recent one. but
Nope, they did another.
What else is there to do?
More stuff.
Great. Unfortunately, it still takes like 25 hours before that game starts.
What else to do? Would you prefer my other answer?
Prostagma.
What is your other answer?
Bitches.
There are a lot of those.
Am I right, bro?
What if there were more?
Malista.
Anyway.
What if you had an inappropriate relationship with your teacher?
What?
Πρόσεχε. Τέκτον.
In this economy?
I'm just glad that Reki is already annoyed at Machias, though. I can't wait for him to see how that character's relationship goes.
Panesto. Volume.
Because
Yeah.
Machias does not learn
Esto.
any good lessons about anything. In fact, he learns all the wrong lessons from everything, but it's painted as being growth.
Yeah.
It's real good. Now to spoil a character from Cold Steel for you, I know this is devastating for you. Try not to be too upset. Machias's entire thing is that he is a commoner whose dad managed to become mayor, so he's in this weird middle place, and he hates the nobility for good reason because they suck. And part of the reason he hates the nobility is that his older sister, who I guess is actually his cousin, was engaged to one, but then the guy's family wasn't okay with it, and so he broke up with her, and then she committed suicide.
Okay.
And so that's why he hates the nobility. But then after he gets to be friends with his classmate who's a noble, he realizes, it's okay that they treated all the commoners like shit, but that's okay. They were just trying to protect their family. It's okay that they drove her to suicide by telling her that she was garbage.
Yeah.
That's not an exaggeration.
That's anime.
Πρόσταγμα.
I fucking hate those kids so much.
Well, it's fine. You get a new group of them.
A new group of horror. I have heard though that there is one person in the later Cold Steel games that does explicitly call out Reen for his war crimes. So I'm looking forward to that person, and then how that person somehow gets to be friends with Reen.
Oh yeah, she got a romance.
Yeah, probably is a lady.
Oh, I know who it is. Yeah, it's the girl with pink hair.
Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε. Έστω. Βούλομαι, μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
I'll say it doesn't really narrow it down.
Λέγε.
Oh, look, it's Chris Zombie Pie Redacted going, I don't know what you people are talking about. I'm 6 years old.
Yes, in the long-running Xanadu series that people are aware of.
It is a long-running series.
Yes, there have been 3 of them.
Have you heard of Faxanadu?
Yeah, that's the first.
No, that's the remake of the first.
No.
For the Famicom. It's called Xanadu because it's a Famicom. It's the Famicom version of Xanadu.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's 4 of them, or 3.5. Or 3 asterisk.
Next should be telling me the kids don't know what Drazzle family is.
Oh, you mean
Legacy of
Heroes 4?
Yeah.
Legend of Heroes? Or
yeah,
no, sorry, Legend of Heroes -2.
Λέγεστο. Βούλομαι. Έστω. Βούλομαι. Θηρευτής.
They're working on that trilogy of games that came out directly before the first film.
Έτοιμος.
Legend of Heroes 3 they're doing. I also just realized that I think they released these in America in the wrong order.
Probably did.
Which makes a lot of sense considering how horrifically bad the translations for those are.
Yep. I've heard things.
Yeah, actually it makes sense though. I think the one that is 4 that they put out as 3 takes place before the White Witch though.
Τέκτον.
Oh, it's so bad. If you ever actually play the PSP version of those games,
I've heard
it's
stories.
tragic. I told you those stories.
You're not the only one.
I'm glad there's somebody else out there that knows. Like, what if a somewhat bilingual child
Λέγε.
somehow made it worse by then putting in their bad translation into a Google Translate?
Λέγε.
What are these glowing monuments?
So that's
a
Poseidon's god power. It summons a lure that attracts wild animals, and it also counts as a granary for dropping stuff off.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if you have people in there harvesting an animal that came to it, it just instantly goes into your...
Yeah, so they can just immediately...
Πρόσταγμα, μάλιστα, θηρευτής.
Λέγε, μάλιστα, βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε.
Oh, I know Loam. That the Gagnarv or Gagarv or whatever they're.
Gargarv. Gargar.
Very loosely
Gengar.
connected. It's more just I would actually like to. I actually liked even the PSP's bad translation of Tyr and Vermilion, so I would like to see what those games were actually written like.
Uh-oh. They've reached the heroic age.
Anyway, I think Borg is into Trails in the Sky the third now, so
Yeah.
you can expect he's gonna get to a certain thing that he'll blow his lid on.
Yeah.
In a way that it's the darkest thing that happens in that entire franchise by leaps and bounds. So be prepared for some hopefully spoiler tagged images.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Τέκτον.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον.
Time to replay Broken Sword.
Yeah, play Broken Sword. Play The Last Express.
Ναι. Μεταλλεύς.
Πρόσταγμα.
At some point I'll play Broken Sword 3.
Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
I also think it's very funny that both of those director's cuts for 1 and 2, the overwhelming majority of what they cut out is just Nico's.
Scenes.
Yeah.
They just added more stuff for Nico in those versions.
No, they took it out. They
Oh.
were longer. There used to be more stuff. Instead of taking out George's, they take out Nico's.
Oh, yeah. Women, am I right?
Πρόσεχε.
He's American and male, so I can't I can identify with him. I can't
Yeah.
do that with her because she's French and female.
I mean,
You
isn't Charles
understand.
Cecil British?
As a fellow man. I have no idea who Charles is.
He's the Broken Sword man.
Apparently. And the why do I keep forgetting. I don't know if I'm repressing it or not, but I keep forgetting that they made a sequel to Beneath the Steel Sky.
Βούλεστο. Φρυτόμος.
Yeah, they did.
Beyond a Steel Thanks Revolution.
Yep. I hear it's bad.
Λέγε.
No.
I know. It's hard to believe.
So I could always.
Έτοιμος.
Okay, I'm sorry. The process of looking this up, I have to ask Zombie Pie, why he's currently in the chat. Why on earth has he not played their Da Vinci Code game yet?
Oh, is that a...
In 2006?
Yeah,
It's an
that
adventure
checks out.
puzzle game developed by the Collective and published by 2K, but I guess they were connected to it. Oh no, Charles Cecil was on it.
Πρόσεχε. Έστω.
That's why it's here. It wasn't a
Yeah.
Revolution game.
Charles Cecil Fielder.
I guess he was also involved in Equal Blood.
Μάλιστα.
Oh no, that was Revolution.
Μάλιστα.
Sorry, now I'm just looking at this polygonal Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
Or was this before the Tom
Πρόσταγμα.
Hanks movies? The 2006?
Λέγε.
that would have been Tom Hanks.
Έστω.
Okay.
Tom Hanks' hair.
Ναι.
I don't think they got the likeness
Oh,
rights to this.
for my favorite character, Robert Langdon.
Τέκτον.
Maybe you should play this. There's a combat. There seems like there's combat in this game.
Oh, I love combat.
You need. It's like 5.5 hours. Oh, and there's stealth sequences.
Λέγε. Βούλε. Εισβολή.
And there's an array of bad. Oh, this combat. No.
You mean
I'm
this
sorry.
combat?
Zombie Pie shouldn't play this. You should play this.
Okay.
I'd put this on whatever list you have of random shit to play.
Yeah.
Da Vinci Code 2006 to PS2.
You know how much I love
Θηρευτής.
Da Vinci Code.
A hero has fallen.
I have no idea what it's about.
It's about very little.
Is it basically just a national treasure?
Yeah. Yeah, National
like, less
Treasure is
fun?
basically a ripoff of the Da Vinci Code.
But it's fun.
Yeah. No, the Da Vinci Code is like, what if Catholicism was corrupt and bad?
It
You're
is.
like, whoa. I know, hard to believe.
National
hero has
treasure is,
fallen.
what if we still mythologized
A
America?
hero has fallen.
Πρόσταγμα.
Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Έστω. Τέκτον.
I don't talk about anything else, but this game does look good.
Yeah, it's very pretty remastered.
And that's why I'm talking about anything else, is I'm not sure anything needs to be said about this.
Yeah.
Hey, Age of Empires is really good. Shocker. Although it does seem like people like the even ones more than the odds. I liked 1, but also I played 1 before I played 2 as a kid. So I don't know actually how good that is on its own.
Λέγε. Τέκτον.
Μάλιστα. Βρυτόμος.
Yeah, but much has been said about the quality of Dan Brown as a writer, namely the lack thereof.
I was gonna say, it feels like something written about some incredibly confounding mystery that connects like all sorts of history as well as religion. I have to imagine it's just Plot Hole City, right?
It's
Just like,
it's just-
don't worry about that for instance.
Πρόσεχε.
Έτοιμοι. Γεωργός.
Or it was the Templars.
it was the Templars. How'd you guess?
And it's either them or it's the church.
Μάλιστα.
How'd you guess it was the Templars?
Wild Assassin's
No, it's
Creed.
Opus Dei. In,
Πρόσεχε.
yeah, it's Opus Dei in Da Vinci Code. In Inferno, it's the Illuminati.
Is Inferno the sequel?
It's the predecessor, technically.
I love Dante.
Πρόσεχε.
I wanted to fill your soul with light.
Yeah.
Τέκτον. Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
He's a good writer.
Τέκτον.
Good
Τέκτον.
lyricist.
Yeah, Dante, he really didn't like certain guys.
Έστω.
His girlfriend sucked like 40 dicks. Just
Yeah.
it's a whole lot. I think they're making a 4th Clerks movie.
What?
Did they kill off Dante?
Yeah. No, that's how that movie ends.
Did they introduce another person for Randall?
Nice.
Randall? Randall.
Ask me anything about
To
the
be
film
him.
Clerks.
There's necrophilia in it.
Έστω.
Cool.
Τέκτον. 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 Τέκτον.
They rehash a bunch of really old, boring, and tired Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the fun of bad internet forum
Yeah,
arguments.
but it happened in like 1995, so it was novel. And then they made 2 sequels.
Dogma's pretty good.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma is pretty good.
I agree. Gotta say, Chris's last text, his last post really makes me think of that old South Park thing about Mel Gibson. He's a psychopath, but the man knows story structure.
Βούλομαι. Έστω. Βουφορβός.
Πρόστα. Ναι. Θηρευτής.
Oh, also I watched Waterworld.
Why?
Well, I'd already watched Charlie's Angels, so
You'd
Why not?
already.
listen. Why not? When I'm playing the thing,
Salos.
and I don't necessarily need sound on for it, I have another monitor. Why wouldn't I? It's a more efficient use of my time.
Good work. With the Trojan docks destroyed, Agamemnon's army can land. Etimos. Ami, Vulume.
I'm curious, what is the most recent Dark Side thing?
The most recent Darktide up. There's a Darktide
There was a
update
gig they
coming
put
out
out.
this week.
Oh, okay, so that was like a pre-patch
Yeah.
thing I saw. Thing.
Yeah. So they're reworking how equipment works to be less bad and annoying.
Okay, good.
You can
I like
pick-
things when they're better.
You can pick and choose the perks.
Oh, so they're also affecting the talent tree?
Yeah. Well, no, for weapons, you can pick weapon perks.
Oh, so you don't have to just keep randomizing?
So, yeah, so you don't have to deal with
Good.
like blessing weapons.
They should do that in Vermintide too as well. Like, I'm past the point of needing it, but I shouldn't have had to do all that crap to begin with. Yeah, that's true. Tom Hanks is very, like, at his worst, tolerable.
Yeah.
So those are probably watchable.
Yeah.
Έτοιμος.
He's Tom Hanks.
Τέκτον, 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 τέκτον.
Λέγε.
I love Turner and Hooch.
Πες το.
You love the Dragnet reboot from
Βούλομαι.
the 80s
Μάλιστα.
Yeah.
with a rap.
Βούλομαι. Πες το.
Yes. Yes. Dan Aykroyd raps
Yeah,
at the end of Dragnet.
because it was the 80s and only white people were allowed to rap in movies.
Yeah.
Leye.
And we're better off for it.
Yeah.
Έτοιμος.
Μπροστά.
Remember in that fourth Die Hard movie where he just starts talking about Boba Fett? And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why they
Nodding
put
my
this
head.
movie? Oh, Kevin Smith was in Die Hard 4.
I see. I just
Tecton.
blanked all of that out.
Έτοιμοι.
It makes sense though.
A hero
They already
has
don't let him
fallen.
say fuck, so. Although there is something like strangely quaint about old bad broadcast edits.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking with my dad last night and the game ended, and so we turned the channel or something, and I think it was just like
Στη μάχη.
Kingsman movie.
Yeah.
And there was a bit where Colin Firth
Ναι.
says he's clearly supposed to say fuck, but you just hear him go
Βούλομαι.
like in the middle of him speaking very animatedly, just going freak.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is that's good. That's better than the original.
Yeah, that's television.
Πρόσταγμα. Πάνω. Έτοιμος. Ναι.
Λέγε. Έστω. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Ναι.
This was a long level.
Μάλιστα.
I am also making it longer.
Έτοιμοι. Ναι.
Oh, villager,
A hero has
auto.
fallen.
What are you doing?
Πρόσταγμα.
Also, you need to turn it to moderate, right?
I turned up to hard.
Oh, all the way to hard.
Βούλομαι.
Clerks 2 got a standing ovation. Apparently at the film festival.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
great.
Λέγε.
yeah.
Έγινε. Θρητόμος.
Remember when they got that donkey there?
Φρυτόμο.
Because that's the thing that guys do, I guess.
Λέγε.
Yeah, as a guy, I'm constantly making donkeys have sex with each other or whatever happens in that movie.
I think the lady.
A hero has fallen.
Chris, I'm trying to get Joe to actually watch good movies occasionally. Or at least more enjoyable than I'm not gonna ever recommend Kevin Smith. Try to get him to watch Wrath of Khan or something. Hey, you beat it.
Yeah.
And then immediately yeah. Sounds about right.
Do we want progress?
Here he comes, Odysseus,
Or do we want
champion of Atlantis,
challenge?
sent to fight
I want you to
my
have fun.
army. Join us, Arkantos. You know the famous Odysseus, surely.
I know of him. Your reputation precedes you.
As does yours. Are you ready for the siege? We could use your advice in planning our attack.
As the commander here, I have already taken care of the plans, Odysseus. You and Arkantos will take your armies and start the siege of the gates.
Not
That's
sure I
a
like
fine
these
start.
portraits, though.
What about the other
These are new.
armies?
The portraits
Ajax
are new.
and I will keep our men in
Yeah, I
reserve.
figured.
When you get through, Ajax will rush his men in to clear out the Trojan defenders. Then I will enter and rescue Helen.
So what if I told you I remember this from playing the video
Πρόσταγμα.
game.
Sir, there's no gold nearby.
Ορθώς.
We'll need to find and take over one of Troy's mining operations.
Please.
Ορθώς.
What if I told you you have to build a
Πρόσταγμα.
horse to siege Troy?
Here's the gold we need.
Good. That's the way it happened in history.
Έτοιμος.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε.
Λέγε. Καλώς.
Έτοιμος.
Gonna murder all these laborers first.
Yeah.
A little dark. Should just let those people go home.
No.
Προσταγβούλομαι. Έστω. Ναι. Βρυτόμος.
Πρόσταγμα. Έστω. Βούλουμε.
So I have started Final Fantasy VII Remake hard mode.
Yeah. It's hard.
Shit's hard. I get to just get past the motorcycles.
Έτοιμος.
I'm not looking forward to the the second reactor boss fight. That whatever that one is called, big robot,
Εισβολή.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Χώρο.
giant depth thing.
A hero has fallen.
Wait, is the plot of Tusk literally that they just get a walrus?
They turn Justin Long into a walrus.
Oh, they turned them into a walrus. Why?
Because
Is this like a
Kevin
human
Smith
centipede
was
thing?
high
Έτοιμος. Κάνει. Βούλο. Ορθώς. Εισβολή.
once and was like, "Whoa, bro, that's fucking crazy, man."
And doesn't have anybody in his life to tell him it's not a good idea?
Yeah.
Πρόσεχε.
Congratulations.
That's what I aspire to.
Φοβός.
Being
Yeah, you
surrounded by
too
a
can
Smith.
make movies that are in the Criterion Collection, and then because people
Πρόσταγμα. Καλώς.
didn't like
Έτοιμος.
what was it,
Καλό.
My Girl? You can just forever live in comfortable mediocrity.
I would just be quiet at that point.
Yeah. Hold it. Let me.
But I guess that that mindset is probably why I'm never gonna be rich to begin with.
Yeah, but
Unless
what
I
if
win the
what if
lottery.
you just made Clerks 3?
You mean Clerks 4?
Yeah, Clerks 4. Yeah.
Let me confirm that's actually a thing that's going to happen. Yeah, he's teased it.
Great.
Πρόσεχε, μάλλον
Yeah,
βούλουμε.
that sounds wonderful. And not at all.
In this one, Randall says something about the new Star Wars movies. And
Oh,
everybody's
I
just
can't.
like, ah.
You can't hear me right now, but I'm laughing already.
Πρόσεχε, έτοιμος.
I figured it would be more of a droopy dog gone into another room and started screaming before coming out looking normal again.
Πρόσταγμα, εις μακέ.
Is that insulting? Is it insulting to liken people to Droopy the dog? Do people know who Droopy the dog is?
No one under the age of 56.
Έτοιμος.
You played Thief 2?
Yeah.
You
I
fought against Droopy the
The
dog.
Master and Karis. Yeah, I know. I know.
Stephen Russell is a treasure.
Έτοιμος. Καλώς.
Yeah.
Unless he's a bad person. I don't know. I'd like to think he's
He
not.
seems like a fine enough guy.
I love my indie heroes. You know me.
Πρόσταγμα.
Yeah.
Πανί.
Μάλιστα. Ναι. Έστω. Ναι. Θηρευτής.
Okay, we are not stopping this until you've killed everybody in Troy.
Yeah.
And hopefully next week we can actually Space Marine again.
Yeah.
That's still weird. And whatever it wasn't happening to me either. Like when I clicked on that stuff, it wasn't bringing up any sort of strange Steam disconnect stuff.
Prostagma.
Λέγε, μάλιστα, μεταλλεύς.
You know, it'd be neat if people who are involved in the same co-op save could also have that save.
Yeah, a shared co-op save.
Yeah, that's too much.
Πρόσεχε. Έστω. Λέγε, βούλουμε. Πανί.
Yeah, Zeep just outlined how that movie came about.
Yeah.
I guess he literally brought
Yeah,
up the
that's how
podcast.
Tusk happened. Is Kevin Smith
Great.
was high,
And nobody just said.
and no one
Kevin,
said no.
Fuck, dude. Just stop.
Πρόσεχε,
People like Red
Πρόσταγμα,
State.
βούλομαι. Πάνι.
Λέγε, βούλομαι. Μάλιστα,
That was
ρητό
him, I
ναι.
think.
Μάλιστα.
We don't have to talk about Kevin Smith.
Βούλομαι.
I'm fine.
I regret bringing it up.
I hold very little ill will towards the man, other than the part where I think all of his movies are bad and I don't like them.
I like Dogma. They made Atlantis more sun god.
This supplies Troy with gold. We can put a stop to that.
The more caravans we destroy, the fewer troops the Trojans will
Oh, I
train.
watched Dogma for the first time in like 15 years recently. Dogma holds up. It's so good.
Εισβολή. Έτοιμος.
A hero has fallen.
Εις μάχη.
Okay, this reminds me of Enemy 2. Enemies just like walking into your place but not actually bothering with
Yeah, you
buildings
gotta.
because it
Well, they're
takes too
going for
long.
your econ.
It's great.
Ορθός.
Anyway, this is why I should probably actually build walls.
Who needs walls? You're just gonna micro these guys down. It's
Πρόσεχε.
fine.
I'm gonna build walls.
Τέκτον.
Έτι πάνι. Βούλομαι. Πάνι. Λέγε.
Λέγε, ναι.
So is this just a you have to reach a certain
I have to
resource total?
destroy their gate.
But you wait, so it's not just you make the horse and leave it out in front of the gate?
No,
You destroy
well,
the
that's
gate?
the next mission.
Ah, okay. That's too bad.
Μάλιστα. Έστω. Τέκτον. Τέκτον.
Got me more than half the movie's budget went to licensing a Fleetwood Mac song. Great.
Yeah, that, once again, all of this checks out.
Was it the chain? I'm gonna guess it's the chain.
Πρόσταγμα. Βουφορβός. Λέγε. Θηρευτής.
Oh wait, they made an album for it?
Ναι. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
Or no, they just
Βούλομαι.
that's just a coincidence. That must be a coincidence. That they have an album named Tusk. Yeah, no, it's just coincidence. It was back in the 70s. Okay. Jeez.
Okay, did the game just crash?
Game is just working today.
Yeah.
Are you getting the
I'm getting the
choice
yes.
to close or wait for it to respond?
Yeah.
Great.
It's mad at me.
Yeah, it's like you're not in Bolivia. What are you doing?
Well, we've had some weird tech stuff happening there too. That Rainbow Six mission bugged out.
Was there any character in that I'd know?
Yeah. How do you feel about
Rainbow Six Man?
Caviera or Valkyrie or Twitch? Your favorite Rainbow Six Siege characters?
No, my favorite one is I look
Ding
at random
Chavez.
person. Thatcher.
Yeah.
Big Thatcher fan. Big,
Yeah, you love EMP grenades and the Iron Lady. And
I
the
love-
game crashed.
I love Jaeger
Yeah.
and Tachanka
You're just naming season 1 characters.
and Knock. I love
Yeah.
Knock.
Yeah.
Knock Knock.
Knock knock.
He's very good. He backstabs very well.
Yeah.
Sam Fisher's not called Sam Fisher.
Well, that's his code name is, what is it? It's
Zero.
It's Zero. Yeah.
Well, I hope that next week things are working again.
I hope
If
next
not-
week things are working well. I will.
If Dawn of War 2 is just busted, maybe we just move on to Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
That's a bummer, and I'll probably replay that on my own time. But
I'll probably play more of this campaign on my own time and then lose more matches of multiplayer.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks, Drew Barrymore.
Thanks, Drew Barrymore.